Hi, everyone. This is Tim Lazar from the Convenience Marketing Group. I wanted to tell you a quick story. In 1517, it was Martin Luther who became so disgruntled with the Catholic Church in Germany that he finally put together his 95 Theses, challenging the Roman Catholic Church, and so much so that one day he went up to the church in Germany and nailed his proclamations to the church door. As a result of this, he did not make any friends with the Roman Catholic Church and was eventually excommunicated from the church. Now, having told you that story, I believe there are 25 proclamations that should take place inside the convenience store industry. Now, most of these will center around marketing, differentiation, and things like that, which is my area of expertise. Of those 25, today I wanted to share with you the first five proclamations that I think should be considered by the convenience store industry. They are as follows. Number one, and this is directed all toward convenience store executives in the industry. Number one, we will acknowledge that the only purpose of our marketing is to engage customers in new ways with our retail locations to grow sales, margins, and profits. I think one of the biggest mistakes that's happening in the convenience store marketing arena today is really twofold. Number one, and it's already baked in the cake, and a lot of people don't even realize that it's happening. The fact is that convenience store marketing and marketers and operators are way, way too passive. So many of you today are quote unquote waiting for customers to come into your store when indeed you should be proactively planning, managing, and going after and creating value and communicating to those people so that they come inside your stores. That's a key difference. And one of the things that I think makes the convenience store retailer so weak is the fact that they believe they should be waiting on customers instead of proactively going out to get them and tempt them to come into their stores. So in that fashion, I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that happens and is happening in the convenience store industry today. Proclamation number two is that we will recognize that convenience stores and convenience and saving time are more relevant than ever. Again, I think a mistake here is that if you go out and just do some homework and Google on the topic of convenience, you will see it's more critical, more important, more valuable to people than ever before. However, in the convenience store industry, one of the things that I see happening is just nominal, marginal growth and even a shrinking of the industry and of the category during COVID. That makes absolutely no sense to me when convenience becomes more and more critical and more important. I also would challenge you to go on to Amazon and Google for the topic of convenience. You will see a myriad of books about the importance of convenience and building that into your operations of any business of any size today. However, at the same time, if you go into Amazon and you look for marketing a convenience store today, you'll find almost no books, almost hardly anybody teaching you on how to do this. This is just absolutely amazing to me. But again, I go back to proclamation number one, which is the fact that convenience stores are way too passive in their approach to the category and into getting new customers to come into their store. Okay. Proclamation number three is that we will acknowledge that value creation and differentiated marketing is a key reason for the growth of industry leaders and people like Sheets, Wawa, you name, they're all out there. Some of the top industry leaders, they are doing a better job of value creation and differentiation than a lot of the smaller independent retailers, the smaller chains are doing. Again, I think the mistake that happens here is that so many folks in the industry have not been taught how to do this and how to create more value and how to differentiate their stores or find real estate within the store that they can build upon some type of differentiated message that their competitors don't have. Once you have that differentiated message and you can tempt people to come into your store because only you have that particular product or service or meaningful convenience, then you can charge more for it. You can charge a premium price for it because nobody can substitute it. A customer can't substitute it because only you have it. Proclamation number 4 is that as convenience store owners and operators, we will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to methodically listen to and understand our changing customers and their changing convenience needs. Again, Bubba is still a convenience store customer. However, there are so many new customers coming into the convenience store space, meaning women, teenagers, new Americans, all types of people that are using convenience stores in different pockets of the country. The only way to understand those customers and those problems and those needs that they have are you have to systematically put a process into place to query your customers for the problems that they have and the conveniences that they need and they aren't currently getting. This is easy to do. Many times it's free to do with things like SurveyMonkey. I mean, if you wanted to get some college interns and just have them pick up the phone and call and ask people 5 or 10 questions and then tabulate that data, you will find that type of data for your stores or store, even if it's one store, so invaluable that you will be able to innovate and create more meaningful differentiation inside your store. And if you want to be a leader, you can then take on that mantle and you can start to grow. And proclamation number 5 is that we will make the time to meaningfully differentiate our brand, our stores, our products, our services, and our people, and the value that we deliver over our competitors. Again, here's a mistake. You just aren't taking the time to plot out and plan an hour, 90 minutes with your team or your core management group, people that help you in terms of brainstorming and ideating ways to meaningfully differentiate your store to create more value and more differentiation so that you can reach out, communicate that differentiation to your customers to tempt them inside your stores. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it's a little bit of work. However, as we go through the rest of these proclamations, and if you listen to this podcast from time to time, you will find that this is the real estate that you build upon to be able to charge more, have a premium price, have customers be a lot more loyal to you than just simply selling products. You need to sell products. No argument from me about that. However, there is nothing inside your store that cannot be differentiated or more value created around, whether it's your coffee program, a food program. I don't care if it's a Snickers or a Hershey's bar. You can create value around all types of products and all types of services in your store. So I hope you listen to this podcast and this YouTube channel for more of that in the future. If you need to get a hold of me, for those of you that listen on the podcast, you can email me at timlazor@comcast.net. If you'd like to call the office and the agency here, it's 412-423-0044. Thanks again for listening.